Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It is August 26th and we're out here in the greenhouse getting some of these fall crops planted. Yeah, we're out here in the greenhouse. We're getting our spinach seeds in the ground. We're getting our carrot seeds in the ground, which you can't hardly see. They're in there, and we're going to plant a few radishes, and we'll plant another variety of carrots, get that started. We've got the greenhouse kind of pretty much cleaned up. We've taken out our cayennes. We've left our jalapenos, which aren't producing very big jalapenos, and they're turning red about that size. So they're having a tough time, which is normal with our heat. We've been well over 100. We've got look like we've got a broke limb or something here with this one. We've taken off some of them. This looks like a half green chili, but and it tastes similar to it, but it came up with the cayennes, and I thought I had 4 cayennes and had actually 3 in this one here. When we left it, we've been using it just like we use our Hatch green chilies. We changed up in our greenhouse a little bit. We moved our sprinkler heads up to where they were roughly about 6 foot from the ground. That way they spray over the top of these taller plants. They weren't quite reaching out because some of the plants were in the way. We've got all our beds cleaned out. There's maybe a weed or 2 left, but we kind of cleaned them out. Our habaneras, yeah, that's not habaneros, that's habaneras. They're doing good. You can see all those orange peppers in there. I've been using them in salads. Our natapinos, they've been doing good too. These are looking more like trees. They ain't got as big trunks, but this here is over 6 foot tall, which that's pretty tall for a pepper. As you can tell, the banana peppers are thriving. They're loaded up. Now our brassicas that we got, they're coming along. They're not doing real strong. I'm going to put some fish emulsion on them today. Give them that extra nitrogen, see if they won't take off. But there's a few that didn't come up that are behind, so we'll end up doing a little bit more planting of them. We're going to do some more planting inside, and we'll go to that in a little bit. These are our Hatch green chilies. You can see they're not very big either. Turning red, a little bitty like that. Our bell peppers, they're still producing, still blooming, but they're all the same way. They're little bitty. These are Ozark giants, and they are just they're not giants. They're good and healthy, but they can't keep that water up, and I don't know if they got root knot nematodes too that are adding to that. But these are up about 5.5 foot tall, so and we'll see how long they can go into the fall and winter. Hopefully being in the greenhouse and rolling the sides down will help them out. But we're going to finish up this seed planting, because a lot of this stuff you'll put direct seed in the ground, but some of this stuff is better if it's actually planted in cell trays. All right, we're in there planting onions. It's easy to grow your own onions. All you have to do, I like a cell tray, and I like these ones that are deeper, give the roots more room. A lot of people say that use like a 300 and something tray or something like that, where you've got individuals, but These tease apart just fine. With videos of us planting onions and how we do it, you can see they come apart real easy, roots intact. So all we do, we'll push this down about a 1/4 inch, put these seeds in there. We'll sow multiple seeds, a couple dozen or so in a tray, maybe a few more. And then we'll cover them with perlite, just like this. Now make sure that your seed starter mix is moist before you start. I use my homemade compost seed starter, which is perlite, peat moss, and compost in equal parts. And I just mix it up in a tub. You can see that's what it looks like. Once it's wet, it looks different. But we'll moisten it good before we get started. If it's dry, like this has been a while out in the heat, it's pretty dry, make sure that you give it a chance to soak in the moisture in it. But that's it. I mean, growing your own onions is an easy enough project. You can grow the type you want. Now, these here are Videas. I bought some more Videa seed this year. My Videa seed last year didn't germinate good, so I got it from a different source. We got a couple thousand seed. Of course, I didn't even plant 1,000, but just get your seeds. What we're planting in that other one is Texas early granos, and then we're going to also plant. We've got some Creos, and we got some Texas grano. So this is the white grano. It's like the Texas grano. It's just a little bit different, but it is a white onion. They're all white on the inside, except the red Creole is going to be red inside. But the white grano has a white outside, and I'm going to check storage on it versus the early granos. And this is supposed to be the same as the Texas Grano 502, which is a white grano. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. But we're going to plant more onions this year, probably way more than we need. But anyway, we're going to get these planted, then we're going to get some other stuff planted. All right. We got all my onions planted. These ones still need to be watered in. Now, using perlite, and I plant these roughly about a 1/4 inch deep, which you'd think that's deep, but using perlite, or you can use vermiculite. I like perlite better. They don't have a problem coming up. What I'll do is, and I make sure that they're watered in good and saturated. And what I'll do, in about 3 or 4 days, you'll start seeing this look kind of like it's bubbling up, or like it's got little bumps in it. That's a sign those seeds are germinating. Now, sometimes it'll stick together just a little bit, but what I do when I see that, I come back and I'll water them again, and that softens that up, and they're right up, jump right up. But also, you want to put a dome over them, hold that moisture in there. You want to keep these moist. They, like I say, they normally germinate 3 to 4 days. If they don't, it's maybe if the seeds are older or something like that, they might tend to take a little bit longer to germinate. Now, these seeds, some of these are 6 years old. They say onion seeds, the germination rate goes down real quick on allium seeds, but I'm going to tell you, I keep mine in the freezer. Once I get them, I put them in the freezer. Now, I did have some that were 10 years old that were never in the freezer, planted them, and none of them germinated. And I think a lot of the germination loss is due to them being exposed to heat. So my freezer stays at -15, which is really cold, but the seeds tend to last. I still get excellent germination off them. But like I say, you can use vermiculite or perlite to cover them. It works a whole lot better than trying to cover them with seed starter mix or something. They come up better, and you get real quick germination. Now we're planting celery and cilantro. Now, celery seeds are so small, they're just like little powder, and I don't even plant them. I don't cover them. They'll fall down in the little pores between the soil mix. It's coarse enough, and I've got good germination that way. When I did plant them just a little bit below the soil, I had real poor germination until I started using this method. When I water them, they'll go deep enough that they'll germinate. And when it comes to planting cilantro, this is slow bolt that we're planting the variety of cilantro, and that celery is the Utah variety, but that's the cilantro, and we'll put a couple dozen seeds in each hole. We plant quite a few. It made it good for the farmer's market. You could just go and grab a clump and cut it and band it up, but I just find it works better for planting it anytime. Now, celery and cilantro are both kind of slow to germinate. It does take a lot of moisture for the cilantro to go ahead and germinate. So make sure you keep it good and moist. I'll come back every so often and water it down again. That way, make sure it's good and moist. Now, celery, it's just such a small seed, and it starts out, it's really slow growing until it gets a hold. So you expect it to, it won't be ready as quick as the cilantro, but it'll be mighty close. But anyway, we're going to plant some lettuce too, maybe some more cabbage, red cabbage, because we had a failure on it. We'll put quite a few seeds in there, and hopefully we'll get some germination. If we don't, then we'll just have to chunk that pack of seeds and get some new ones to grow our red cabbage. But anyway, it's time to plant here in the South. Cilantro likes cooler weather. By the time it starts coming on, it should cool down here. We're going to keep it in the greenhouse. Just that's our main place we're going to plant this winter. We're not going to do a big winter garden like we normally do, because I say that's pretty good space anyway. It's 30 by 48, so it's a pretty good sized garden spot. But anyway, I hope you're considering making plans to get your garden started, and let me know what you're planting, and let me know what grows good, that maybe something I'm missing. And of course, enjoy that gardening experience.